Hello everybody, this is Kiyoshi here and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends, the Eternals Wave action figures. So without further ado, let's get started. I got my hands on all 7 figures from this Eternals Wave, plus the Build-A-Figure, so 8 figures in total. I must say this is one of the weakest Marvel Legend waves in maybe this year that I've seen so far, with a very weak Build-A-Figure and also a lack of diversity or varieties for the wave. All 7 figures from this wave are movie figures from the Eternals movie. So if you are a MCU fan or if you are a Eternals fan, you probably will love this wave. But if you are comic fans or you want some kind of variety in the wave pack, then you probably will be a little bit disappointed. The other disappointment would definitely be the Build-A-Figure. The Gailgamesh, it's a great figure, but consider the size of it and all that, it doesn't seem that well worth it to spend like $120 to get this whole wave in order to build a figure. That being said, for me, I got this set mainly because of Build-A-Figure. I'm a Don Lee fan. I started liking his acting ever since the zombie movie Train to Busan. If you have not seen it, you should definitely watch it. It's amazing. And yeah, I started liking this actor ever since that movie. So that's the reason I want to buy this whole wave, because I want to build up this Gailgamesh figure. Aside from that, I actually don't really care about all the other characters from this wave. I'm sorry, I'm not an Eternals fan, but I am a Don Lee fan, if you know what I mean. So yeah, later on, I will review them one by one. So maybe I will pronounce their names in the movies wrong, because I don't really know who the Eternals are. But yeah, just bring that up from. Forgive me if I pronounce their names wrong. Aside from that, from what I see locally, I've seen a lot of these figures available on the shelves. Yeah, they're shelf warmers. I've seen a lot of these. I think these 2 figures are probably the rarest in stores, but all the other figures are widely available. So I do not recommend anyone to pay like scalper price for these figures. You should definitely check out your retailer stores, Target, Walmart, GameStop, you name it. I'm sure you will find some out there, because all those stores near where I live, within 30 minutes where I live, they all have tons of these figures on shelves, and they're all at retail, and Walmart even going on sale for like $18.95 or something like that. So yeah, that being said, let's start the official review. We'll start with this figure first. This figure right here, a standard packaging, Eternals Phastos. I think that's what it's called. Maybe I'm wrong, but Phastos. He comes with 1 extra pair of fisted hands. Here's the back. You need 7. There's 7 figures in this way, but you need 6 figures to build Gailgamesh. And here's a little bio. I think you cannot read it, but it's all right. You got an idea. But here's the box, and this is Phastos. The other thing I have, I don't know if it's just my figures. Every single figure that I got, that I take out from the packaging, it's oily. Like you can feel like it's just oily, and my hands are getting oily as well. I don't know if this is just these figures or what. It might have to do with these paint apps. Maybe it's causing the oily stuff, to protect it from scratch or cracks. I don't know, but yeah, just one thing I want to mention, it's quite oily. Like even right now, I have it all out for like at least half the day. They're still pretty oily. But yeah, this is Phastos. I don't know who this character is, but it looks really nice. I think the likeness to this guy in the movie is pretty spot on. I think it's one of the most the best likeness, in this wave. One of the best likeness in this wave. I really like the way he looks. Here's the costumes. I am not a fan of this entire wave's costumes. Maybe I will fall more into the design of these costumes or these dresses after I've seen a movie. But so far, without seeing the movie, just having this action figure in hand, I'm just not a fan of these kind of costume designs, unfortunately. But yeah, you got an idea. And because the way these dresses are designed, the lower half of the articulation are very limited. You really can't do much with these legs because these are hard rubbery plastic. They're not that flexible. I don't plan to play it too much with these. I don't plan you to do much dynamic pose anyway. Otherwise, you might break these rubbers or these plastics. Yep. Aside from that, this figure has all the jointless painless joints, just like any all the other figures from this wave, which is awesome. I think the paint apps are amazing. You know, I like the shininess this figure comes, and also these really awesome cosmic looking designs. Those are something that I think it's amazing. Yep. So this is the Fasto figure. Cool. Move that away. Next, let me see what I can do next. Maybe we will do Gamma Chen. Here I'm gonna review this figure. Here's the packaging. Eternals Marvel's Cersei. I hope I pronounced it right. Cersei. It also comes two extra pair of interchangeable hands. One fisted, one kind of grabbing hands somehow. Here's the back. Again, I cannot show you the whole bio because just how my camera turned out. I'm sorry about that. Cool, let's move that away. Here we have Gamma Chan's Cersei. I hope I pronounced the name right. First, the face sculpt. I think the face is okay. You know, it's decent, but I do not think she looks like Gamma Chan at all, the actress. She looks more like the girl from Spider-Man. MJ. You know, the Tom Holland's Spider-Man MJ figure. I mean, that character. I don't know. I feel she looks a little bit more like Zendaya than Gamma Chan. But yeah, I mean, it's good looking face. You know, it's just not that. It just doesn't look like Gamma Chan, but it's still a nice looking face sculpt. Here's the figure. Like just like any other figure, these costumes are very similar. This one's all metallic green, which is a very nice looking green. Again, I do wish Hasbro, you know, with those increased prices, I really hope Hasbro one day will paint the rest of the figure, especially the one the paint apps in the back. I know all the Marvel Legends almost they lack the paint apps in the back. Yeah, which is unfortunate. I really hope one day they will paint everything. But yeah, it's an okay figure, you know. And also, I don't think this figure has any problem standing because it's really lightweighted. So it's not like any of those usual female characters with very small legs, difficult to stand. This figure will be able to stand up just fine like so. In terms of articulation, the very standard female articulations, single jointed knees. Because the skirts are a little bit shorter here, so it does not hinge that much of articulation, but I do not recommend you try to move the legs up front or back that much because these rubbery piece of dress will get into the way, and if you keep doing that, it might just rip off this piece, which is gonna be unfortunate. Yep, I do like this dress in some ways because I love green. Green is one of my favorite colors, so maybe that's why I like this figure a little bit more. But still, I think it's an average figure. Cool. Next, let's see what I can do here. Let's do this little girl. This is Marvel's Sprite. Here's Eternals. This figure also comes a pair of interchangeable hands, fisted hands. Here's the back. Again, I try my best to show you how the bio looks, but yeah. So Sprite. Cool. We don't really get that many of child size figures, but this is one of a kind. I'm actually really excited about this. You know, speaking of if it's worth it, you know, same price for a figure that's like half the size of the other adult figures. Yes, it's a little bit stiff, but I think it's cool, you know, because we rarely get any of these kid size action figures or child superheroes, so it's one of a kind. I think this is pretty unique for the time being. Yeah, very nice looking head sculpt. I'm not a fan of the hairstyle. I've seen the trailer a couple times. I don't know, I don't feel like it's spot on. I mean, the likeness to the face is all right, but not the hair. I'm not a fan of how the hair is sculpted. In terms of the look of the costume, it's just like any other figures, very similar. I like the cape, how the cape it's sculpted in the back. I think this is really dynamic looking and looking really, really awesome. I like the color too. It's kind of turquoise blue, greenish, very nice looking. Again, female articulation, single jointed arms, and then yeah, because the skirt piece is very thin here, it does not hint any articulations. You can do 90 degrees on the hips, I mean on the legs, no problem. But I would not recommend you do the back kick. Yeah, it's about like this, otherwise it might rip the thing. But yeah, I think this is a nice looking figure. Although it's a small figure, I think so far out of the three, this might be my favorite, just because, you know, we don't always get a child looking figure, superhero figure that often, you know. All right, next let's do Kingo. Here we have Kingo. Kingo also comes with 2 pair of interchangeable hands with effected hands and fisted hands. Here's the back. Here's a little look of Kingo. Cool. All right, here we have Kingo. Kingo is actually very difficult to find in stores. I had no luck finding this figure in stores for so long. Also, the child figure, the sprite figure as well. These are the two. I'm not sure if it has to do with distribution or anything. I could not find them in stores at all. But yeah, here we have Kingo. Very nice looking. I think the likeness is there. I like it. I'm not a fan of the expression though, to be honest with you. I might prefer the expression to be more still or more, you know, just more subtle. I'm not into this kind of winky looking face. But yeah, you might like it. Other than that, I think it's a nice looking figure. The one unique thing about this figure is definitely this effective fingers. It comes in a pair, so it's really nice. Yeah, I think this is the only figure that comes with this kind of effects. Looking very awesome. Yep. Just like the other male character I just reviewed, I forgot his name. Fastos. The lower half of the body is hinged by the skirts, so you can't really do much to the legs. Moving up front, maybe only this much. If you go anything further than that, it will rip this part if you do it too often. Definitely nothing in the back. You can only do this much, moving it into the towards the back. Yep, it comes in a very nice metallic purple. Yeah, purple. I also really like purple as well. I think it looks okay. Yeah, pretty nice. Nothing else to say about this. It's very similar to Fastos. So cool. All right, next, what should we do here? Let's just do him then. This is Drag. I don't know if I pronounce the name right. Let's do here. Here we have Eternals Drake. He also comes with a pair of interchangeable fisted hands. Here's a little bio. I don't know if you can see it. I try my best. Drake, okay. I will call him Drake. Hopefully I pronounced it right. But here we have Drake. I must say, you know, when it's in the packaging, I was not very in. I did not really like this figure that much in the packaging. But when I pulled it out of the packaging, wow, the details of the dress. I think this is the best one out of all of these 8 figures. It has the most detailed, nice looking contrast on the color. I think his costume is the best out of all, in my opinion. This is very nice looking metallic black with the red and all the sculpted details and patterns. It's just looking awesome. I think this is my favorite figure. Unfortunately, you know, see in the back, as usual, Marvel Legends do not paint their back. Since they already painted this much, why not just go all the way, right? They decided to stop right here. Isn't that strange? But yeah, what can we do? Yep, I think this might be my favorite figure from this wave, besides the Build-A-Figure. Yeah, the face looking spot on. Again, I'm not a fan of the hair, how the hair is sculpted, but in terms of face sculpts or the likeness, I think it's there. And yeah, what amazes me is definitely the patterns and all the way the suited body looks. It looks amazing. Again, just like the other 2 male figures, the lower half of the body is hinged. The articulation is hinged. He does have a more softer plastic material towards the skirts, but still, you know, I wouldn't play too much with the skirt or try to stretch it out too much. Otherwise, it would break. It can only do this far, as you can see. Back, not much, because this whole piece is one piece. and it's kind of hard plastic as compared to the front is a little bit more, you know, lightweighted. So yeah, aside from the articulation limits, I think this is an awesome looking figure. I like it. Cool. Move that away. Next, let's do Icarus. Here we have Marvel's Icarus. I'll call him Icarus. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I'm going to call him. He comes with two pair of interchangeable hands, and he also comes with a interchangeable head, which I'll show you in a minute. He does not come with any Build-A-Figures, so if you want to build up Gailgamesh, you do not need to buy this figure. But if you want to collect the whole set, definitely you need this figure. I think he's the main guy in the movie anyway. And I think Hasbro was a little bit too confident that because this dude is the main guy, so he released him without a Build-A-Figure. What I see in stores is this figure is widely available. Like, it's definitely like shelf warmers. Like, nobody's picking up this figure. Not at all. So yeah, I think Hasbro made a wrong decision right there for not including a Build-A-Figure. So this figure is not like a must-buy if you want to build up a Gailgamesh. But yeah, I've seen a lot of these figures, but don't get me wrong, I think this is an amazing figure. It's amazing metallic blue with very nice looking gold painted patterns. The face looking cool too. A lot of people have been comparing this hat skull with Winter Soldiers. So yeah, I do find some resemblance, but not completely. But there are some likeness, you know, between the two characters. Yeah, aside from that, again, the back is not painted. They stop right there halfway, which is really weird. I wish they would just paint everything, you know, from front and the back. Okay, cool. Yeah, articulation. I'm not going to go over articulation just like any other figure. This one does have a shorter skirt, so yeah, it still hinders the articulation very much. This is how far it can go from the front. This is how far it can go from the stretching out from the back without, you know, stretching this piece too much. Like I said, with all these skirt pieces, I would not recommend you stretch it out too much. Once it break, you will regret what you just did. Okay, and here is the interchangeable head. So far, this is the only figure comes with an interchangeable head, which is a very nice looking head. Cool. There's a blaster effect from the eyes. It reminded me of what is his name from X-Men? Sorry, I forgot his name right now. Scott. I forgot his mutant name, but his name is Scott from X-Men. Looking nice. I think this is better looking than the regular head. To be honest with you, this looks amazing. Have we had any figure looking like this before? I don't recall. Maybe this is the first time Hasbro have done something like this. Bravo. I love it. I love it. I think they can do that to human storage. There's other figures, you know, they might be able to do this kind of effects with. Yeah, it's good discovery. I think I like this thing. Yeah, this is looking amazing. I'm gonna keep this heads on. This is awesome. All right. Okay, so one last figure. We have Mockery. Eternal's Mockery also comes a pair of interchangeable fisted hands. Mockery. Okay. Here's the back. Here's a little bio and read up. Cool. Mockery. All right, and then the female figure from this wave. Mockery. Cool. Very skinny figure right here. I think she's even smaller than Gamma Chan's figure. She's just a little bit taller than the child figure. Sprite. Yeah. Very nice looking figure. I think this is probably my least favorite figure from this wave, just because the way it's painted. I mean, her costume is the most bland one. Like, as you can see, the other figure, they all have some very, I mean, it's just my personal preference, you know. I think this color just like dark burgundy with silver, just looking normal, you know, as compared to the green, the turquoise color, and this awesome looking black and red contrast color. This is a little bit normal to me. Yeah, here's the back. Very nice dynamic skirt piece. I like it. That's something I like about. But yeah, this figure in general is it's I don't know. I feel it feels cheaper. I'm not talking about a head sculpt. I'm talking about the body, the way it's painted. I'm not sure what's lacking there, but it feels like something is lacking there. Made it not as, you know, I just don't really like it how it turns out. Again, the front, cool, it can move that much. The back, you can move pretty far as well, because this is a very soft rubbery piece. But yeah, you cannot move too much because it's hindered by this piece right here. Yep, it's a nice looking figure. Let's see if it can stand by itself. Yep, it has no problem standing by itself. This is one thing bravo about this wave. The female figures from this wave all have all can stand pretty good. Here's a head sculpt. I think it's looking very nice. It has one of the best head sculpts in this wave as well. I like it. The hair looking amazing too. Yeah, I wish if I can take out this head and put it on some other figures. Well, I'll do that off camera, but I really like this head sculpt. I really like the way she looks. Yeah, it's amazing. I just don't like the pseudo body, but I love how she looks facial wise. Cool. Here is all the 7 figures, and last we have Gailgamesh. Here is Gailgamesh. That's the reason I'm getting this wave. It's a bit rip off in my opinion, because I don't really care about all these figures, but besides Gailgamesh, sorry, but it's true. Gailgamesh looking awesome. The Donley head sculpt, it's not spot on, to be honest with you. It's kind of, the expression is kind of weird in a way, but Donley is there, maybe 85% Donley. But yeah, they could have done better. It's not the best head sculpt, but cool. Hair looking okay. Yep. And then here we have the dress. It's like browns with green, all metallic. It's lacking like these kind of gold colors, or these kind of colors on the patterns. You know, these patterns does not have any colors. I'm not sure if this is how his dress is from the movies. I don't remember, but it would have been nice if they painted these kind of circles, or these celestial or cosmic patterns. It probably will pop up a bit more, but if this is how the costume is, I have no complaint. Yeah, I mean, this is an awesome figure. I love this figure, but is it a, you know, build-up figure quality? I don't think so. You know, it's not much taller than any of the other figures. And also, I think the proportion is not even right, because when I see the trailers, Donley is not that much taller than anybody else. You know, in action figures, he's probably the tallest figure in this wave. But in the movies, he's not. I think he's shorter than Icarus. But yeah, you see, in action figure forms, he's taller than Icarus. But yeah, the scales, I mean, what can we do, right? Marvel Legends always have some scaling problems. But other than that, like I said, it is a nice figure. I love this figure. That's the reason I'm getting this whole wave for this figure. But I don't think this is a worth build-up figure, you know, just being honest with you. At least they should come with some kind of accessories. I know Gailgamesh from the trailers, he used his fists to generate some, you know, those kind of very cosmic powers. Maybe they should come with like an effect, you know, with those like very awesome looking like Iron Fist kind of effects on these kind of hands. Maybe translucent yellow or something. You know, they could have come up with something, or another alternative head with different expression. That could be something they could have done for this build-up figure. You know, we're paying $120 for getting this figure. I think it's a little bit plain, you know. But aside from that, this is a okay figure. I still don't regret getting this because I like Donley, so it's awesome to have a Donley figure in my collection. Cool, and here is my review of the Eternals action figures from the Marvel Legends Eternals wave. And it's a long video, but thank you guys so much for staying with me this long, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you like this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.